According to Mr. Webster, the word advancement as we use it has two meanings. The first is promotion or elevation to a higher rank or position. The second is a progression to a higher stage of development. When we talk about advancement in scouting, both definitions are important. Promotion to a higher rank and progression to a higher stage of development are linked together to form the advancement program of scouting. This is the first of a three-part presentation in which we'll look at the advancement process in some detail. We'll examine the idea behind it, the path the scout travels through the program, and finally, how you as a leader will carry out the task of establishing and maintaining a successful program in your troop. We'll also include some of the necessary paperwork that goes with it. Let's begin our journey of looking at the advancement program here at a troop court of honor, the ceremony where a boy is publicly recognized for progress in the scouting program. It's an event where a boy who has been an active patrol and troop member is recognized individually for mastering the skills of scouting, for having been a living example of the scouting spirit, and for achieving a goal that he himself set. As an adult leader of the troop, you've got a right to feel proud of the fact that with your guidance, counsel, and support, you've helped another scout move a little further along the scouting trail. But what does this court of honor really represent? When you present the award to the boy, what does it mean? Yes, he learned the right skills, he knows how to repeat the scout oath and law, and he shows up for all the troop activities. But has he really earned the award? Has he advanced? Has he, as Mr. Webster defined it, progressed to a higher stage of development? Advancement is one of the most important aspects of the scouting program. Through this program, the individual scout has a systematic approach to personal growth. The idea of advancement in scouting goes way back to the beginning of scouting to Lord Baden-Powell, the father of scouting. He felt that a boy who took the time to master a scoutcraft skill deserved a reward for his efforts. In awarding a badge, he saw two major goals being accomplished. First, the scout was recognized and encouraged to continue his efforts. Secondly, the younger scouts were encouraged to participate to receive the same kind of recognition. As an adult leader, it's important to know how and why advancement works in scouting. Awarding a badge is a formal, visible recognition of achievement. It's not an end in itself, but rather a means to an end. Personal growth and increased ability. It's important to understand that the programming of growth of boys is what advancement is all about, not the number of awards you present in a ceremony. Sometimes referred to as the most subtle educational program ever devised, advancement begins when a boy decides that he wants to advance. You can encourage and support, but the decision to advance, to grow within the scouting program, is the boy's own. As a boy moves from rank to rank, he is presented with a series of tasks in the form of skills to be learned, with each rank building upon the skills learned in the ranks beneath it. As a boy overcomes each obstacle in his quest for advancement, he achieves the aims of scouting, and as a bonus, he has a terrific time doing it. One of the greatest needs of a boy who is of scouting age is confidence. Confidence in himself, in his associations with his peers, and with the people he considers as leaders. By creating a confidence-building atmosphere, you create the right environment for advancement. A boy develops self-confidence by measuring his own performance against a standard or by rising up to a challenge. His peer confidence, or how he views himself amongst his peers, is developed when the same standards are used to judge everyone. That is, everyone must meet the same challenge for equal recognition. A boy's confidence in leaders is developed when there is a consistency, when leaders use the same criteria for judging all boys. A process of measurement, of judging a boy's performance in comparison to a standard, is embodied in the skills that a scout learns and in his advancement through the ranks. In learning a skill, scouting provides guidelines and standards for a boy to measure up to. By mastering the skills, his self-confidence and self-reliance also grow. By actively participating in his patrol and troop, and by his own initiative, a scout advances. Within this confidence-building framework, Scouting provides boys with 4 steps for advancement. First, the Scout learns. Learning by doing is the Boy Scout approach to education. As a boy learns, he grows in his ability to participate as a patrol and troop member. As his knowledge and skill levels develop, he is asked to teach others what he knows, an important part of training for leadership. Secondly, the Scout is tested. After a Scout learns a skill, he is tested by a member of his patrol or troop to see that he has indeed learned the skill, or if he needs more practice. After the Scout has demonstrated that he knows the skill, he moves to the 3rd step, review. In this step, a Scout who feels that he has completed all requirements for a rank advancement is reviewed by a board of review. The review is not a re-examination, but a spot check to assure that all requirements have been met. This is also a time when a Scout's attitude and practice of the ideals of Scouting in his daily life can be reviewed. The final step in the 4 steps of advancement is the recognition. When the Board of Review certifies that a Scout has met all the requirements for a rank, he receives his badge. The badge is presented in a simple but dignified troop ceremony as soon as the advancement is approved. This provides immediate recognition for a job well done. Later, in a formal court of honor, the Scout may be recognized again for his achievement in front of his family and friends, a further reinforcement for improving his skills and growing within the Scouting program. Your job as an adult leader is to manage these steps, to see that the proper elements, skilled teachers, testers, and review boards are made available for the boys. Providing these elements is perhaps the most important job of the adult leadership of the Scout unit. We'll go into this in more detail later. Obviously, Scouting, through its advancement program, teaches skills to boys. And skills are important, but not the most important part. Scouting's main consideration is for total growth, to develop young people of good character who are physically and mentally fit, and trained for participating citizenship. Through the advancement program, a framework for growth is established. By actively participating, a boy is encouraged and allowed to reach his full potential. And with good leadership to complete the package, you've got a complete approach to the growth of boys. The Scouting approach. By understanding the basis of the advancement program, you prepare yourself as a leader to assure that the proper atmosphere for advancement is established in your troop. By creating a learning environment where boys can gain self-confidence and self-reliance, you encourage boys to advance. By following the 4 steps of advancement, you assure that advancement achieves its intended purpose, helping boys develop and grow into men ready to assume positions as leaders in today's world. In the next part of our program, we'll deal with the awards and the path a boy follows as he advances within the Scouting program.